Hi, this is Steve with Student Vote. I'm at Democracy Bootcamp 2011. It's our first ever conference for teachers to gather and build their capacity to introduce their students to our national discourse. We've got 375 Ontario teachers gathered right now for 2 days to celebrate our democracy and meet with politicians and insiders to gain insight into what it really is to run this country.
It's about accountability and it's about cooperation, and that's what our true democracy approach is about. We have to get back to the days where all the parties worked together on legislation and everyone governed. And that's what we're here to do.
I take heart that in every classroom I walk into and every one that I walk out of, there is always a couple of kids who find what you're talking about fascinating.
Teachers working with students and inspiring them to get involved in the political process is also part of our democracy. And every young student that you inspire to question a member of parliament or a candidate when they come to the doorstep, saying, what are you going to do about the environment, or how are you going to end poverty? You change that person's life.
This is a fantastic project. We really have to do something. We have to do something to engage young people in community participation in some sense, in public life, in the political thing, the political arena. And this engagement is really worrisome, and it affects the whole of our society.
When it comes to sort of why things are the way they are, we have ourselves to blame for that. We have reacted to this kind of dumbing down of the discourse by deciding not to vote because they think the process doesn't mean anything anymore, that they listen to politicians and platforms and then none of it's really followed through on, and so on and so forth. They watch the juvenile behavior level in the legislature, and people just say, I won't bother to vote.
I think we are all disheartened by voter apathy in Canada and want to do something about it. I feel passionately that students need to be prepared to be responsible citizens, and as teachers, it is our job to do this. And with the Student Vote program, we have help doing this now.
The work is going to have to come from, all aspects of our society, especially, the kids. And I say to the kids on a regular basis, and don't take any offense to this, guys, but I say I give up on my generation and the inactivity and the lack of involvement in politics. So it's totally up to you guys.
And we've got to get students, young people, to understand that if they want power, it's circular. If they want people to pay attention to them, they got to show up in numbers to vote, because then the next time people will pay attention.
They may intend to vote Liberal or Conservative or New Democrat, but if they don't vote, that opinion is skewing the total sample in a way that doesn't reflect what's actually going to happen on voting day.
And so I think that's what we need in the 21st century, some blending of direct democracy and of representative democracy.
Saw all these kids, these children, and they were holding protest signs. And I thought to myself, what's going on here? They had been so inspired by that debate that they had convinced their teacher to give them the day off school. And they went to the universities, they knew the advanced polls were that day, and the protest signs they were holding said things like, I can't vote, but you can. And they were literally shaming the university students one at a time into going to vote.